End of summer 2022, I go to lunch with 5'11 designer boy genius Brendan and my best pal Kristen, who you guys have seen before on TFBTV. We talk about a concept for a shoe I would like to see from 5'11. I wanted the shoe to be tough, but I wanted it to be light. I wanted it to be packable. I was thinking about all the times I couldn't bring my 5'11 boots or my Norris sneakers on a short out and back trip because they took up too much space in my bag. I wanted them to look good. I wanted to be able to wear them on the range or with something like a nice pair of jeans to go to the Cheesecake Factory for 6 or 7 peach bellinis. Tough, lightweight, packable, good looking. That's all I was asking. Totally reasonable. Not long after that, I received the first prototype of the shoe that would eventually become the Stash. I was so excited to open it up that excitement nearly matched my visceral disgust at the initial prototype, which looked like a tactical clog. And that's what I told 5'11. And they stopped talking to me. I was actually relieved because I saw this project as a lose-lose from my standpoint. I'm doing this for free, but I'm putting a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of thought into something that if it's successful, I guess I can feel good about it. But if it fails miserably, then I've disappointed everyone. The James Reeves lose-lose shoes. That's what they should be called. That said, I get another email in December, 3 months later, asking what I'd change. We spend 6 months of back and forth with Brendan and the 5'11 team, him sending me possible designs, I crap all over him, he revises them, we go back and forth for material. I wanted something durable like leather but flexible like canvas. We ended up on ballistic nylon. Specifically, we borrowed the matte ballistic nylon from the AR670 boot, which has a cotton canvas feel while being durable like, I don't know, ballistic nylon. I have to say that this worried me a bit because I feared that nylon would be a little bit too rigid, a little too thick. We decided to abandon the puncture-resistant board that the Norris sneaker has because it would have made the sole disproportionately heavy in comparison to what I wanted, which was a lightweight, compactable nylon upper shoe. We agree to make the shoe without a toe cap to stick again with this minimalist design. At the very beginning of April 2023, we've got a graphic design that looks pretty damn good. So we start talking about colorways. I bounce some color combos off my sneakerhead buddies in New Orleans. We settle on a few options: black on black, Ranger with gum soles, moss gray and off-white, and coyote with a black sole. By the way, let me know what color you'd like to see next for these shoes if you like them. Time for a name. We wanted to call it the Magnum in homage to legendary 80s icon Tom Selleck, aka Magnum PI. However, 5'11 was worried because there's, of course, a small boot company out there called Magnum. Also, Trojan Magnums, you know? 5'11 picks the name Stash. There's a dual meaning here. We put a discreet pocket in the tongue for cash, a handcuff key, maybe a couple hits of MDMA to get you through your workday.
And then the special is the stash pocket.
Right here, yeah.
So fits whatever you might need to sneak into that shoe yourself. You have
Flintstone vitamins.
Flintstone vitamins, some cash, an Apple tag. Let the mind run wild.
Yeah, I know. Kristen mentioned the Apple AirTag. I'm like, that's actually pretty clever, and it would fit in
totally
here.
Fit in, yes.
Yeah, so, you know, kind of a neat thing. Cash, I like that, you know. You get mugged, you're like, oh man, sorry, I don't carry cash, dude.
It's really your journey, what you want to put in there. So the Stash is a salute to Magnum PI, as well as the Hawaiian print and the tiger stripe inner linings inside the shoe. June 2023, I get this version of the shoe right here. As you can see, it looks good, but there's a lot of padding and a lot of structure, which is what I was trying to avoid. Again, I wanted these to take up minimal space in a bag. By August 2023, nearly a year after this whole thing starts, I received the first real prototypes of the Stash in Coyote, and by real, I mean this was a set that I was completely happy with. I get them just in time to bring them to the Czech Republic to use on the range during a series of CZ torture tests. I found the shoes were easy to pack, lightweight, comfortable to wear all day. They even withstood a decent amount of abuse during our multiple range days. The shoe was way lighter than I expected it to be. I wasn't prepared for how durable and how packable that it turned out to be. So I wear out my prototypes the rest of the year. Really, I've been wearing them up until this video's made. SHOT Show 2024, that rolls around this past January. The entire TFBTV crew got a set to wear test, each one of them. They've all been doing great. I've taken mine to the range on an almost weekly basis for over a year now. I've taken them to Thunder Ranch. I wore the Stash during Czech Combat this past summer, which is like a physical challenge and shooting double dare of a competition in the Czech Republic. Performed perfectly. I ended up coming in third place, actually, in the light division, in no small part because of the outstanding performance of these shoes. Whether it was rappelling, climbing, crawling, I've taken them hiking in national parks, I've taken them up and down the mountain multiple times at Thunder Ranch. One of the best parts about the shoe, if you've been to Thunder Ranch or really any training school that's got a gravel range on it, you know how filthy and dusty your shoes get by the end of the course, especially after 3 or 4 days on the range. The Stash seems to be invincible. In fact, I've gotten these shoes absolutely filthy, thrown them in a washing machine at least 10 times. The Stash sneaker. Been wearing these here at Thunder Ranch for the past 3 days. As you can see, they are filthy, but they are made of ballistic nylon with Vibram soles. I've done this before, so I already know how this is going to come out, but I'm going to toss these in the wash and we'll see what they look like in a couple of hours. We'll put them in the wash. We'll check them in a couple of hours. They still all look like new after a year of use and abuse. The Stash is going to use a rubber Vibram sole, removable and interchangeable insoles, a couple of little grommets on the side for draining water, alloy reinforced dies for the laces, a light but supportive collar, Hawaiian print or tiger stripe internal lining, and of course the secret Stash pocket in the tongue of both shoes. The Stash has met, nay, exceeded my expectations. Light, functional, tough, handsome, and they still look great even though they've been through the wash a few times. Coincidentally, those are all things people say about me. Bad news, they're all high tops, so they might look kind of weird with shorts. And 5'11" probably isn't going to do them in wide. They're being released this month on October 24th, even though, as I said, I'm not getting anything out of it at all. This has been over 2 years in the making with tons of time, effort, blood, sweat, yeah, a little bit of crying. Okay, a lot of crying because Brendan's kind of an asshole.
We're targeting for the end of this year, with the late development. Some of us don't return emails very well, but we're trying. So they're running a little bit later than what. So we're going to say.
Feel accused, by the way?
You are accused.
But I want nothing more than for the Stash to be successful. My only hope is the production copies of the shoe are built to the same standard as the prototype copies that I've been testing. If they are, there's no question in my mind, these shoes are going to be a huge success. And I'm sorry in advance to those of you guys out there, I know you're bitching. You're looking for wide. I don't know why 5'11" never did it with Norris. I wanted to make that happen with these shoes as well. My understanding is at least when they're coming out, they will not be offered in wide. But maybe if you politely request it in the comments, we can convince 5'11" to look into it politely. Finally, good news, if you support us on Subscribe, Start, Play, or Patreon, you get a coupon code for your pair. Log into any of these platforms today, boom, you'll get a coupon code in the timeline. Thank you to everyone for watching. Thank you to 5'11" for giving me this opportunity. Hope you guys love the shoes as much as I do. Take care.